Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón.
You and I, we never show emotions, we just keep it down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be in you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me.
Oh my goodness, what is the camera doing right now? Camera, focus on me. Thank you, you're making me look bad. What's going on, people? Shout out to people watching. Welcome back to another one. Still on the live stream. Glad to be back at it again, and all of a sudden now I go live and the camera is acting completely forward. It's all right. It's know how to act in company here. What's going on, people? Glad to be back at it again. Let's get to it. Okay, we're good now. We're good. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Theo, but Beat Technician. Glad to be back at it again with another live stream. Got a nice little couple topics we're going to talk about tonight. Live streaming versus pre-recorded videos. Then after that, we're going to talk about understanding audio and video for content. Might go over some gear and stuff like that. You know, I haven't talked about gear for a while, but anyway, you know how it is. Let's get to it. Let's go! K's Business Podcast is in the building. What's goody? What's good? What's absolute? Well, we're about to get into the show, so let's go! Allow me need to reintroduce myself. My name is TubeBuddy Technician, and I'm glad to be back at it again with another live stream. Shout out to the people watching me in the chat room. Shout out to the people watching me in the clouds. Shout out to the people watching me on the replay. I greatly appreciate you for joining me tonight. We got K's Business Podcast in the building. We got Professor Black Ops Cyber Security for the people in the building. What's goody? What's really good? So tonight, we got two topics on the docket to talk about. We're going to talk about live streaming versus pre-recorded videos. I'm not going to show you any actual videos. I'm just going to talk about it. Then we're going to be talking about understanding audio and video for content. And I think that's when I pull up the Amazon window and we're just going to look at some tech from Amazon, B&H, things like that and things. And it's been a while since I've done a show like that anyway. And I like doing shows like that because I actually do like just, looking at tech and stuff like that on Amazon and B&H. As you know, we are not a gas channel. We are a sensible upgrade channel. We only upgrade things that make sense for us, that's going to benefit our future endeavors in content creation. So I'm not going to be here telling you to buy senseless gear just to compete, because we're going to talk about that when we get into the show. Now it's a little dark. I got the nano leafs is up good, so I ain't really gonna have too much lights in the room. So I like shooting my rooms with just the nano leafs and it's dark, but you know how I do. I'm gonna go with this song again because this song is a nice way to get into the show. Absolutely. How do I sound? Make sure you are situated. Make sure you got your headphones up to make sure you can hear me properly. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the show. So, live streaming versus pre-recorded content. Is there some confusion? I've talked about this before. I talked about this plenty of times on my channel based on the conversations that has come about because of having the conversation about live stream versus pre-recorded videos. And my stance is going to be the same stance I've said before. There are pros and cons based on the platform that you are using. However, most content creators benefit greatly when they implement all of them. So let's break down first the benefit of pre-recorded videos, right? So you're on YouTube. So the main focus of YouTube is pre-recorded content. Obviously, people upload videos. So with that being said, the benefit of pre-recorded videos are not just simply because YouTube likes it, right? A pre-recorded video can do very well for the simple fact that it's easier for the what are you doing? Okay. It's easier for the viewer to digest the content, right? So instead of you having a 1 to 2, 3 hour live stream showing, doing whatever it is that you're doing for 1 to 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 10 hours, the viewer, the consumer, can digest your 8 to 10 minute video much better than they can your 1 to 2 to 3 hour videos. Now, that's not to say people won't do it, but the majority don't. Like, I have people who will sit there and watch my 1 hour live stream because there's a lot of value in that live stream. And if you have people that find value in your long live stream content, that's good, but we're not going to talk about the minority. We're just simply going to try to talk about the majority so we can make sense of the conversation. So, come back to this. So, there's that aspect, right, of having short form content so people can digest it better. 2 is it's easier to look at the analytics for a short video than it is a long form video. Now, we're simply still talking about YouTube, and I hope you can hear me good. I'm not talking to the mic. I'm not talking directly into the mic, so I hope you can hear me. But let me see if I can just point it this way just a little bit. Okay. This is why you can't not be fiddling with this mic all the time. I think pre-recorded is better long term. Well, we're gonna get into that. Shout out to Cut to the Chase. Yeah, I turned that all the way up in my ear. Sound is decent. Okay. Sound is decent. All right. Decent isn't something that comes to mind when I think of my audio, but it displeases me nonetheless. Anyway, it helps your analytics looking at short form videos, right? So you can digest better based on the analytics, the amount of new people that came versus the old people that came, and the rate of the people that are watching your content, so you can understand what you're doing wrong with your content. It's hard to view the rate of engagement on a live stream because most people don't tune in for a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hour live stream. So it's actually pretty hard to gauge that engagement rate over the course of the video to help you understand what you need to do better. And this is why pre-recorded videos are of a benefit on YouTube. Because if you do an 8-minute video, a 10-minute video, 12-minute video, 20-minute video, whatever, and you see the ticks and the changes of the engagement, people slope down and they disappear, or it comes up and people are able, no disrespect, just to comment on the volume. No, it's all good. I don't get disrespected. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I like pre-record. Yeah. So it's easier for you to understand the engagement and to understand where you need to make changes based on how you make content. So it's hard to get that level of understanding for the data and the analytics when it comes to a live stream, because people aren't going to stay on that long for a live stream. Most don't. And it kind of skews your engagement a little bit when you're looking at it. So you can't really know what you're doing wrong and what you need to change to be doing the right things based on the audience that is subscribed to your channel. Again, number 3, when it comes to pre-recorded videos, and we're just talking about YouTube, is of course the AdSense revenue. Now, yes, you can place ads. You can come back when a live stream is done. You can place the ads. However, you have more, there's more of a chance for you to get more ad revenue based off of your uploaded video than your live stream, for the simple fact that your ads are going to all be placed in a shorter time frame than they are with a live stream. Now, I have gone back and looked at my channel, looked at other people's channels with my YouTube channel that didn't have the YouTube Premium subscription, and people would put all the blocks of the ads right in the beginning of the live stream and just grab everybody with all the ads in the front. And the thing is, like, that's why people skip the ads or they'll click off a video. And if you were to see that in your analytics, you'll be able to see how people instantly just leave the video after seeing all those ad placements. When you have a pre-recorded video, it's spaced out more evenly throughout the course of the video instead of having to put them all in the front, because people aren't going to watch the next 1 to 2 hours of the live stream. This is where pre-recorded uploaded videos benefit based on the AdSense revenue. I think we're on number 4 now. Time. Pre-recorded videos are faster to make. We're just going to go ahead and just be honest with you on that. Pre-recorded videos are easier to make. Technically not easier, but they're faster to make because you don't have to stream for long periods of time to make a video. A live stream, when it's done, that's 1 to 2 to 4 hours, however long you decide to live stream. That's 4 hours down the drain. Now, for argument's sake, you can apply that same 4 hours to the process of recording a video and uploading it to YouTube. 1 hour to shoot, 1 to 2 hours to shoot, hour to edit, other hour for SEO, thumbnail, 4 hours down the drain. But if you put those two time frames together, You still, once the live stream is done, you still got to edit that live stream. You still got to add the title, the tags, the SEO, and make the thumbnail for that live stream. So if you're looking at the live stream versus the pre-recorded video and as a time frame of production, you're still saving yourself more time with the pre-recorded video than you are with the live stream. Because once the live stream is done, you still got to edit it and upload it to YouTube. That's another hour. So for theory's sake, if you're looking at both the recorded video versus the live stream in terms of a 4-hour time frame, you got to add another 1 to 2 hours for the live stream because you got to edit it. You got to edit the tags. You got to make the thumbnails. So you can at least add another 1 to 2 hours on top of that. Now you got 6 hours. So now you got 6 hours of total production time versus only 4 with a pre-recorded video. This is why pre-recorded videos, as a looking at it from a time management perspective, is just more beneficial. It makes more sense. And for number five, watch time. Stay with me. So when it comes to watch time, you can rack up a lot of watch time with live streams. However, you have to get people to watch the entirety of said live stream. So if you have a 4-hour live stream, you have to get those people to hang on for at least 2 hours of that 4-hour live stream to really get the full benefit of that watch time. However, if you have a pre-recorded video, the pre-recorded video can not only get more watch time than the live stream, but it can retain more people for the longevity of the entire video to maximize your watch time. Because again, going back to my earlier points, the pre-recorded video is short. So more people are going to more likely watch an 8-minute video in its entirety than they are going to be watching a 2 to 3, 4-hour live stream. And the fact of the matter is that if that small pre-recorded video, if it's titled and tagged right, can be put in a place to get more views than the actual live stream. And again, if you have 150,000 people watching a 10-minute video, you're going to get more watch time on average. I haven't pulled up all the numbers, but on average, just an estimate, a guesstimate, you're going to get more watch time than you would if you had 50,000 people watch between 1 to 2 hours of a live stream. Because you can't factor in how long they were watching it through the entirety. So we'll just say on average 1 to 2 hours. So 1 to 2 hours, 50,000 people. 10 minutes, 150,000 people. You can get majority of the watch time. A 2-minute video can beat a 4-hour live stream in watch time because more people are watching it. The more people are watching it, the more it's racking up on that watch time. The fifth point is pretty much for people that are trying to get the watch time up. Cut to the Chase says people be spending hours live streaming about silly topics when they could have been made 5. Listen. And you know, I don't really feel like shading nobody right now. But I mean, these are facts, right? Like instead of you spending 12 hours to do that live stream, you could have spent 5 and produced at least 5 pre-recorded videos. It's just time management and what's the other word I'm looking for? Efficiency. Time management and efficiency. Now, I'm not going to spend all night banging on live stream because you know I'm a fan of live streaming. So let's get into the live streaming. And since we're going to be on live stream, I'm going to change my song. I haven't downloaded some songs in a while, but okay. So the benefits of live streaming. 1, you're not wasting your time recording videos, right? So the LCO, you're being contradicting. Listen, okay? Look here, all right? I'm not contradicting. I know what I'm saying, okay? So the benefit of live streaming is that you don't have to edit, you don't have to record content. So one, you're saving money. You can just do everything with your webcam. Two, you're saving time. PCO going on, keep it techie. So when you have a live stream, like I've always said, when you do a live stream, you got 1 to 2 to 3 hours of of content that can be cut, chopped up, and edited to your heart's content to make the pre-recorded videos to please the other aspects of YouTube. And now, instead of you spending time recording videos, all you gotta do is edit, put the tags, the titles, and thumbnails, and you're good to go. Boom, package it out, and you can do that. So now let's say this. You have a live stream, you have a 4-hour live stream where you covered 5 different topics in the live stream. So instead, what is this camera doing right now? I don't understand. I'm gonna have to change my light. I like this light, but it shouldn't be doing this. Let me see what we got. Cause it keeps see, this is what happens when you change shit, right? Let's go to what works. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was trying a new lighting scheme, but I don't like it because it's causing the camera to act retarded. K-Business Podcast, I have seen 8-hour live streams, laugh out loud. I saw one for 2 hours. Oh yeah, and Keep It Techie. I don't know if I gave Keep It Techie a yo. I think Cut to the Chase says, I think the YouTube algorithm favors pre-recorded videos over live streams. That's the reason why you really see live streams go viral like pre-recorded videos do. Okay. So when you have the pre-recorded content, you can chop that up, edit it, and repurpose it out as your pre-recorded video. So that's one of the big benefits when it comes to doing live streams. 2 is the engagement. Engagement is such an important part of live streaming. Pre-recorded videos cannot compete with live streams when it comes to engagements. And here's the benefit of engagements going into the whole algorithm thing, right? The algorithm doesn't want, it's not, I want pre-recorded videos. I want to put content in front of people who want to see that content. So that's really how that works. So it's not because, okay, you have to upload a video and that's what we like to see. The way it just so happens that a lot of videos get trending faster because they are short and easier to digest than live streams. But that doesn't mean that live streams don't have the ability to go viral or gain a lot of traction. They don't have the ability to go viral or gain the same amount of traction that pre-recorded videos do, because the way the algorithm works, it just wants to put people in front of things that they want to see. That's pretty much what it does, right? So if you have a 1-hour live stream and there's so much engagement, because engagement boosts up a live stream to get it out to more people. So like I say, when people come into the chat room, like the video, if you like it, just like the video, share it out to your social media platforms if you want more people to get this information. And that actually boosts the engagement of the live stream to get more people, to get more views, and to get the boat rolling. Because once that happens, YouTube sees, okay, this is a lot of people like to see this, a lot more people want to watch this. Let's try to get this out to more people, and that's what happens. So that kind of makes my second point and answers Cut to the Chase at the same time. Yeah, we bad over here with that. Very bad over here. Number 3, revenue. Now, I know you might sound a little crazy when I say it's like, come on, see, what are you talking about, revenue? One of the benefits of live streams versus pre-recorded videos when it comes to earning revenue is that the pre-recorded videos don't have a way to factor in the donations that are received during a live stream. We're talking about super chats, stickers, outside third-party donation platforms, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs. And if you want to donate and support the channel, there's a pinned comment in the chat room, Cash App, PayPal. And you can check out the information in the description box below for Cash App, PayPal, and Streamlabs. If you want to support the channel, support the show, and you like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing. Now, if you have a live stream where you have a lot of boosted engagement and a lot of people interacting and engaging with you and your content, then and if they are privy to, or they feel inclined to donate, you can maximize the amount of money that you would get or you would lose off of a live stream based off simple AdSense revenue, because you have factored in the donation model, right? So you can have one person watch one ad, or you can have 5 people watch one ad, but you can have 10 people or 5 people donate money to you, and the money that you're receiving in donations on your channel are going to supersede the CPM rate that you have for your AdSense that you're receiving on your channel. Let's say if you get like less than a penny for every person that sees one ad, well, you can double that. You can double that by getting a $20 Cash App, a $20 Super Chat, a $20 PayPal donation, a $5 Super Chat sticker. You can maximize the ad revenue that you would lose for having a 4-hour live stream, maybe in an hour of your live stream, just simply receiving donations. So that's another reason why live streams are a benefit over pre-recorded videos, but you just have to change how you structure your model, right? You can't do everything the same way. You got to do things differently. Okay. So for number four will be controversial, but the versatility of live streaming. Now, what do you mean versatility? Okay, so when you're live streaming, right, you gotta understand the audio and the video live on air. You gotta understand how the sound sounds, how the video looks. You have to maintain and manage the graphics, your control, your flow. The benefit of live streaming and the versatility is that you learn to appreciate audio and video more than a person who does regular pre-recorded videos. Now, okay, I might be losing some people, right? I get it. Let me explain why. A lot of people who do pre-recorded videos don't appreciate how good audio sounds, right? Or how good autofocusing system sounds. I don't know, why is it doing this? Like, you being a bad camera, A6400. They don't appreciate how to maintain live audio. They don't have quality video during a live stream. How to maximize the graphics during a live stream, right? So this is something they all try to do in post. But you're a live streamer, so you do all of this live, right? You manage, right? You're talking and then you, okay, that's the wrong, I think that's the wrong effect. It's actually, there we go. Wrong sound effect. But yeah, you manage all of these video effects and graphics, and you do this live on air. So you have to understand the ins and outs. You learn more about your video codecs outside of just simply, HDR10, 4.4 bit, S-Log, 709 matrix for the internal recording gamuts of cameras and dynamic range, things like that. Because now you got to understand video codecs, and you got to understand bit rates. You got to understand the technicalities of the conversion of your capture cards versus your camera and the output for your live stream to send that over to YouTube. So you understand the technicalities more than someone who just simply does point and shoot and record and then come in the computer and edit and post in Premiere, Vegas, or whatever. You learn to appreciate the details of the video. You understand the details and appreciate the details of the audio, the color reproduction, the sound quality. A lot of people who do pre-recorded content don't even understand a lot about audio, to be honest with you. They don't understand the beauty of having amazing, crisp, clean professional audio during a live stream, because all of that is simply handled in Adobe Audition in post. They don't gotta worry about much. You just tweak it, turn it down, turn it up, compress it, equalize it, and you're done. But this is done live. All of these tweaks that you hear is all done live, software and hardware side. So it's like, and the best part about that, when you do record content, you understand the heavy lifting of the technicalities now. You understand the S-Log format for recording video, because I run S-Log right now when I'm using my camera as a video webcam. That's why the color change, that's why the color reproduction is the way it is, because I'm using S-Log on the camera and I'm using 709 color matrix on OBS. But now that you've done live streaming for so long, when it comes to recording, you know all of that. So now you don't have to bust your head into a wall trying to learn that, because you already know it. Now you just got to apply it, but apply it in a different format. You see, people that do pre-recorded videos, when it comes to them doing live streams, they don't understand how to do it. They don't know how the software works. They don't know where this goes where, how to make this look like this. They look very new, but they can record content exceptionally well as filmmakers, blah, 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 blah. You see, now that you're doing live streaming content, you can apply the recorded aspects into your live stream. 2 camera setup, 1 and 2. Put the camera on a moving track, like you've seen people do this before. And there you go. So you've maximized your potential. So yeah, number 4, live streaming it just creates more versatility in the content creator that is not there, or that will have to spend more time learning. You have to spend more time learning that if all you did was pre-recorded content. Hey, when it's time, there goes that man. I did a live stream on Friday, Case Business Podcast. I'm still working on editing. Absolutely. Facts. I'm working on my live stream. Shaking my head. There's a lot more than that. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? When it comes to live stream, there's a lot more that goes into live streaming, man. Like the StreamYard shit. And I like StreamYard, right? Hangouts was trash, but I like StreamYard. But the problem when people use it is that it's like training wheels. And by that, I mean, it's easy. StreamYard makes streaming look so easy. It makes it flawless. And that's one of its main selling points. However, it handicaps content creators, because you are not expanding and learning the tools you need to become a very competent live stream, because all you're doing is StreamYard. So when it comes to you looking at OBS, it looks like you're looking at a foreign language or an alien language. I didn't mean to say Asian. We got Nick Taylor in the building. All right, so now when you're looking at streaming, Nick Taylor likes that sound effect. Shout out to Nick. So now when you're looking at streaming on StreamYard, you're completely handicapped with all the benefits and all of the great things that are done in OBS, or that you can do in OBS, because all you're simply doing is you're pointing something out and you're going live, right? So like a move transition. So we're gonna go here, and it's super fast. We're gonna go here to the live screen. Actually, let me set this up now while we're here. Okay, window capture. There we go. All right. While we're here, I'm gonna finish up what I'm saying. I just wanted to set this up while I'm here. And we're gonna come back to just chatting. Okay, so that's a move transition in OBS. That's something that doesn't exist in StreamYard. That doesn't exist in StreamYard. Another thing that doesn't exist in StreamYard is the ability to play videos without having to cut out the audio. It's just simply put, there's a lot of work that goes into learning how to stream And it's not as simple as just clicking go live on StreamYard. But once you understand all of these benefits, once you understand all these techniques, once you understand the ins and outs and the technicalities and minute details when it comes to live streaming, you have a more robust profile as a content creator, and you understand how easy it is, how diverse your content can be once you incorporate live streaming into it. Shout out to Spectacular Gadgets. What's going on? Number 5, why live streams are better than pre-recorded videos, and I'm gonna need this camera to figure it out. I don't have a number 5, to be honest with you. You guys can let me know what you, in your mind, what do you think the number 5 for live streaming over pre-recorded videos would be? I'm curious to find out from you guys. What do you think the number 5 would be for live streaming over pre-records? Because I can only name 4 at the moment. Home Slick Nick, I can only name 4 for the moment. Well, I got number 5, but you can still tell me your number 5 in the chat room. What camera am I using? I'm using the Sony a6400 with the Sigma 16mm lens. I know the focus ain't been fine for like months, and all of a sudden it just keeps, I don't know, it's probably because of the light, because usually I have a white light here, so it's giving more light for the object to for the camera to see. I don't know why it's doing this now though. I sometimes just stream in a super dark room with just like blue and red lights, and it works perfectly fine, but whatever. Probably because of all the hand movements and stuff like that. Live streaming, as crazy as this might sound to you, can be, it can be way cheaper. Yeah, you know what, Spectacular Gadgets, and we nailed engagement too. Yeah, we nailed engagement. You know. Shout out to the big brain energy in the room. We nailed engagement earlier on when we talked about live stream. I nailed the shit out of engagement. Live streaming is cheaper, right? Now let me pause right there. Yes, pre-recorded videos are cheaper too. All you need is your cell phone to click and record and create. Absolutely, right? But if we're looking at it from a broader perspective, when it comes to editing videos, you still technically need an editing software, right? And most editing softwares that are free are right? And then some people may want to buy their editing software. When you're recording your videos, you may want to buy another mic, right, to get better audio. But if you're looking at the whole aspect of live streaming, all you really need is a C920 webcam and a StreamYard account, and you good to go. You can make content for days. You can use that same cell phone that you got to record and just plug it up to stream. Got him. So I think that's a little, walking the line, but I just had to put it out there for the ether, right? Shout out to Spectacular Gadgets Facts, right? I had to put that out to the ether because I figured it's something that's always in my mind. But again, like, you don't have to spend a lot of money to create content, right? That's the one thing that I just try to, drill into people that.
Don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that code? Why is our love it one-sided? It should really be given.
Okay. As I want to play, turn it up a little bit. I don't even have to put it up to max. Anyway. The one thing I try to tell people is that you do not have to spend a ton of money to make content, right? I always tell people you don't need a lot of money to make content. And we got Iori. My shout out to my bro in the chat room. You don't need a lot of money to make content. You just need creativity. I use HitFilm Express and DaVinci Resolve. Absolutely. You just need creativity and the urge to create, to make your content that you want. And you can make any type of content with any type of gear that you have available to you. Buying gear should only facilitate the next level of creating that content, right? So if you have the camera, like I had the webcam, then I had the GoPro, then I got the camera, because that's going to upgrade the quality of my content. I'm going to use it better. I will start live streaming one of these days. Yeah, it's no problem, man. Spectacular Gadgets, get to it. But shout out to Spectacular Gadgets. But the thing is this, right? Buying the gear should facilitate the next level of that piece of content that you're making. So if you got to see, I upgraded from the Audio Technica AT2020 to the Ashton Stealth mic, so the audio sounds much better. I upgraded the Brio to the GoPro to the camera, the A6400, so the video looks much better now. So I'm making more content with it, right? I'm getting more out of my content, because now when I upload this, when I record this and upload this, I'm recording the stream locally, it looks great. The quality is crisp, it's sharp because of the camera. I wouldn't get that same result with the webcam and GoPro. It's facilitating me to record and stream my content the way I want it to look, right? I like to sit in a dark room with the RGB lights lighting my character. That's how I like to stream. That's my, that's my thing. I like that. The camera and the lens facilitates that ability because it's shooting at 1.4 the f-stop. So I'll never tell people to buy gear to make content. You should already have that ability to make the content before you buy the gear. Because again, if you buy $1,000 camera, yeah, your audio is great. I appreciate that. If you buy a $1,000 camera and you're still making $20 content, you're wasting your money. Like I've said many times before, we don't talk about relentlessly buying gadgets and gear to facilitate content. You should be able to make that content without having to buy that gear, whether it goes to pre-recorded videos, podcasting, and or live streaming. You have these tools in front of you. You just have to create. You have to put the work in. You just have to get it done. So with that being said, let's look at some of the gear that I like to try to talk about when it comes to recording videos and live streaming. And so now we got my Amazon screen up here. I like to go to Amazon. Let's see what we got here. And I don't really feel like hearing that. What we got? Nope, don't got that.
ISO Wendy's.
Is it play? Wanna play? How to play?
Here we go. What we got? Here we go. Sometimes I gotta find the track to get to the next part of the show. I gotta find my track. And again, the thing when it comes to audio, like it takes time. Like I've sat down and went over my audio, tried to get the right audio signature. And I spent like maybe 2 hours or a week. I spent days trying to get this mic to sound the way I need. But that's what happens when you understand your equipment. You learn to make it better. You research how to make it better. And you make it better with hardware and software. So the hardware is the mic. The software are the VST and Reaper plugins that I'm using on OBS to make it sound better. So we got Amazon up here. So let's talk about just the pre-recorded videos first, right? So I'm going to come up here first, the one-hitter quitter right here. We're going to look at the ZV-1. So I've talked about the ZV-1 all the time on my channel, and I've told people about it, and I'll tell you here, if you're looking at a camera to get for vlogging, making your recorded content, or live streaming, because it's good for live streaming, I'm telling you to look at a ZV-1. You got his competitor here, the Canon M50. You got the Mark II. Same thing here, right? Now the benefit with the M50 over the ZV-1, like I have said many times before, is that the M50 it has access to the EF lenses. So if you have old EF lenses, this Canon EOS M50 has a removable lens, so you can use multiple lenses. So So you can put that nifty 50 on there. You got a nice 16 millimeter. You toss that on here. You got a good telephoto zoom for whatever reason why you would use a telephoto zoom with this. You can toss all of that on here. But that's what I have right now. I have, yeah, there we go right there. Now, since you have the M50 Spectacular Gadgets, I want to ask you a question. Can the M50 use RF lenses, or it only has access to the EF lenses line? I'm very curious. I have not been able to figure that one out. Does the EOS M50, I just purchased the 90D. Oh yeah, that's a nice one too. I love the 90D series because of the magnesium feeling body. Is very sturdy. The 80D, 70D, I love those cameras and the way the body feels. But I'm very curious, does the M50 have access to the RF line of lenses for Canon? I'm curious. Because I don't believe it does. EFM, okay, yeah. So no RF, all right. Okay. Why are we buffering? All right. I don't know why we were buffering right now. I don't know why that was happening. Anyway. So you can come down off of the price of a camera like that, and you can get what I had, which was a GoPro, right? And again, a GoPro is an exceptional camera. I've used it for a lengthy time when I was doing my content. You can use a GoPro. GoPro does 4K, does 1080p, does ultra wide, does wide angle. It does everything. You can use all of this for editing, creating, you know, your little pre-recorded content. And what I'm also going to look up right here this guy right here. I got the Sigma 16mm for the M50, and that is my favorite. Yeah, I mean the Sigma, man. I mean, really, the Sigma is just an amazing lens. It really is. It's so insane. Like what you can get out, like the quality I got out of the Sigma, and it's so sharp. It's so sharp through all of the f-stops. It is insane how good a Sigma 16mm lens is. Like it is, I'm just blown away by how good this lens is, and the build quality is phenomenal. And we got the Digimo Osmo Pocket, right? Now I told someone else asking about cameras recently to get this camera. The reason why is it has built-in image stabilization because it is on a gyro or whatever, but it does great 4K 60, 1080p, great color quality, color reproduction. It looks amazing. And the best part about this, compared to like also it goes along with the ZV-1 and the GoPro, is its portability. So this camera is super portable, pocketable. Come in and out your pockets, your jacket, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It's very small and very travel friendly. So, and again, that's $229, you know, $299, $399, $699, $599. And above all else, you have the phone that you have. Whatever phone that you have is an exceptional piece of camera equipment that you can use to record the content that you want to record. Spectacular Gadget says, I'm looking for something similar to the Sigma 16mm for the 90D. This has a crop. I'm trying to figure out what the crop is. Oh, no crop 4K for video. Nice. It doesn't crop 4K. Nice. This does not crop 4K. That's impressive. Most of my videos besides my talking heads are done with the iPhone 1.6, I think. Yeah, so it's 1.6. Could that be 24 millimeter then? That's a Sigma f1.4. We got the Sigma 24. I think it would be this 24 right here. Yeah. Okay. So if you add the 1.6 crop factor, I don't know if I'm doing it right, but that's equivalent to this 24 millimeter here. But then that makes the 24 then because then if you add the crop factor to the 24, that turns the 24 into a 38. So you need a smaller. Yeah, see this. Okay, so this Sigma, this is pretty much like the 16 equivalent, but this Sigma turns into a 38 millimeter. Turns into like a 38 millimeter with that 1.6 crop factor. I mean, which I guess wouldn't be that bad, but when it comes to video, if you're shooting in 4K, I think the 90D would be able to reproduce this 24 millimeter focal length because there's no crop. I don't know. It says there's no crop in 4K. So if you're shooting in 4K, so people that don't know, when you're shooting in some cameras, they crop in the 4K. So if you're using an APS-C lens and then the 4K is cropped, it's going to reduce the sensor size, recording, whatever I'm trying to say, of the 4K video. But if the 90D doesn't crop that, I'm thinking I don't think that would be such a bad trade-off for having a 38 millimeter focal length on 1.4. And this works for APS sensors. So it's built for APS sensors. Okay. Yeah, I think this would be it. Then you got the cheap 24 right here, the pancake. I think this would be it right here. Okay, I'm learning as I go. That makes sense. Yeah. So that crop, see, that's the good thing about what I just found out about that 90D. Because if the 90D is not cropping the 4K video, then you're not losing so much by having the Sigma 24 millimeter with that 1.6 crop factor. So you're still going to be getting 38 millimeters. However, if you're shooting in 4K, it's not going to be an extensive crop on the 4K, because I'm pretty sure you would be using 4K or 1080p 60 frames per second, because 4K is annoying to edit with. So yeah, so if you have an APS-C Canon 90D and you want something that's equivalent of 16, unless you want to get another 16 lens, then I mean you would also do that. But you can also get this 24 here. So you got that 24 millimeter. Then you got the cheapy one that has 2.8, which is pretty good. Then you got the 14 to 24. So then the 14 to 24, right? So now 14, I don't know, I mean, most people don't really go out and buy $1,000 lenses, but for conversation's sake, you got this 14 to 24 here, right? So this 14, right? So we got 14. Got that times the crop factor. That's 22. So that's bringing you. So with this fully, I think it's fully extended or not extended, whichever one I'm trying to say. This right here would give you 22 and a half, so about 23 on the focal length of the 14. If it gives you 14. So if it's an APS-C lens, I'm trying to figure. I think it should give you a 14. It shouldn't zoom in because it's factored in. So it should be factored in. So you shouldn't lose this 14 that much, even given the crop factor. But just for the sake of math and figuring out, yeah, if it crops that 1.4 in and gives it that 1.6, that's 22. If it's not that price, though, yeah, that price is crazy. Now, most people ain't looking at $1,000 lens, right? I mean, that's just keeping it in the buck, right? We're not. This Tamron's a better option. So we got this Tamron here. That's 10 to 24. So obviously, between 10 and 24, you're gonna get that 16 you're looking for. So Tamron is really good, right? Now Tamron isn't the boo-boo camera brand, like, you know, they're cheap. It's like there's the brand, there's Sigma, and then there's Tamron, right? All great quality. Tamron isn't. Sometimes Tamron is not as sharp as a Sigma, and not as sharp as the brand lens, but it's not low quality by a long stretch. So if you're paying attention to the price, I would say this 10 to 24 Tamron is pretty good. Only problem is it's the lowest it goes. It's a slow lens, so we got f3.5 on the lowest on the 10 and f4.5 on the 24. So it can't get that 2.8, that 1.4 creamy bokeh. Like, you're just not going to be able to get it. It's a little hard. But the reason why I point this out is because it has that 10 to 24 and it's made for APS-C. So between that 10 and 24, you can probably get that 16 focal length that you're looking for. You're going to get it at the 10. It looks like you'll probably just get that at the 10. So at the 10, you'll get that 16 you're looking for. And at the 24, I would be okay with 2.8. See, the 2.8, yeah, you see, this is okay. The 2.8 right here. No, not that one. Where's the other one at? See, we got the cheaper one. So here's the cheaper one. See, the thing is, it doesn't. It has one focal length, right? So it's hard. You got the big boy RF right here. You got this guy right here. This is the cheapy guy. But here's the benefit of this lens right here, the pancake, right? The ultra wide pancake lens. Here's the benefit of this guy. It makes your camera so freaking light because this lens is so light to use. It's amazing. I like this lens though. Yeah. I mean, so that's some of the options that you have for the 90D. A great camera too. Excellent build quality. And it does 4K, no crop. That's the 4K UHD 30p, no crop. Wow. Full HD 120. Wow. That's nice. That's very nice. I mean, so, you know, looking at that from the live, I've heard good things about the pancake lens. Yeah, the thing about the pancake lens is that it's super wide and it's super light, right? So if you're street, landscape photography, whatever, that pancake lens is going to come in handy because it's just a light boom, 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 right? It's not heavy. So you're not weighing down yourself with walking around with a huge 24 to 70 or 70 to 300 telephoto lens. You're able to just move and get your shots in. And the beauty of all the cameras that we're looking at, because these cameras transfer right over into live stream, because they all these modern cameras that we're looking at have clean HDMI out. Hopefully they should. So all of these cameras have clean HDMI out. Like, like the EOS R. But the EOS R 4K video recording up to 30 frames per second has a very clean HDMI out to use for live streaming and pre-recorded videos. So this is how you repurpose your camera to make two types of content. Because then you have this high quality camera right here for your pre-recorded videos, your recording, your tech reviews, your talking heads with the flippy out screen. And then when you're coming back and you want to do a live stream, you prop this up, you get the capture card cam link or whatever, plug it into the HDMI out, outputs HDMI, clean, super clean signal. Unfortunately, my M50 does not have a clean. Yes, that's the main problem with the M50, the first version of the M50. It does not have a clean HDMI signal. And the way to overcome that, it doesn't have a clean HDMI signal. And the way to overcome that is you have to crop out the video in OBS. But if you're not using OBS, you're only using StreamYard, that's where the problem comes in, see? So that's the problem with this guy right here. I have no idea why Canon made the M50 without clean HDMI output. I have no idea why they make decisions like that. Okay. So I don't know why Canon did that. It was stupid. Look at that. Let's talk about audio. Okay. So of course, when it comes to live streaming, first off, we got USB mics, okay? So again, I don't have a problem with USB mics. I think if you're starting out and you are learning to, get on the whole live streaming thing, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a USB mic. You have great options at all price ranges. Normally what I tell people is get the Elgato Wave, the great mic, condenser mic, so you're going to have that nice proximity effect. It's going to be very powerful, very loud, with the great price range. Again, we have the Yeti. Well, the thing I like about the Elgato Wave 2 is that the Elgato Wave has software. Elgato has this Wave software that works amazing with the mic and controlling, the audio signals, and it gets you ready for software like Voicemeeter. Because Voicemeeter is a virtual mixing software that allows you to mimic the audio signals as a virtual software mixer. And that software is very confusing, but if you use Elgato with the Wave system, you can incorporate the system with the Voicemeeter system to get better audio. Because the problem with USB mics is they don't sound that great compared to XLR mics. But you can make them sound close or even equivalent to an XLR mic with proper software implementation. Then we got the Blue Yeti, right? Which at this point, I mean, at this point, I would tell people no for a Blue Yeti. for this price. This has more control of the sound built in. Blue Voice is the software implementation with the EQs. I like the Elgato Wave because of the price point. I like the Razer Siren because of the price point. And it had a lot of streamer-ish type stuff for people who probably on Twitch. But if I wouldn't tell people to go past this 130, 150 mark. Because if you're going past that mark, I'm just telling you to get an XLR mic. Like this at 129 is fine. This at 89.99 is fine. This at 168 is a no for me, right? I just wouldn't tell you to buy almost close to a $200 Yeti. Unless you got it for use for 136, then it's fine. When you're looking to XLR and you want to go either with the cardioid condenser or dynamic, the main thing you got to remember is, you know, cardioid is for a treated room because the cardioid has electronics in it. Oh, Spectacular Gadgets. I have that Elgato Wave through. Great informative stream, sir. I'm going to head out. Have a good evening. Peace out to Spectacular Gadgets. I appreciate you for stopping in. Shout out to Spectacular Gadgets. She has a YouTube channel. Check her out. When it comes to the cardioid mic, it has very sensitive electronics in it. So it's going to pick up all of that sound in your room. So if you have a treated room, it's perfect for you. So my room is treated by default. So when I had this mic and I was using it, it sounded amazing. However, if I was not in a treated room, it would sound very noisy because it would pick up all the ambient sound because the room is not treated. So if you don't have a treated room, you should not be looking at a condenser mic and you should be looking at a dynamic mic. So I addressed dynamic microphones and I addressed condenser microphones and I addressed USB microphones. So let's talk about the dynamic microphones. So now they got dynamic USB mics like these guys right here. AT2005, Audio Technica 2100. I think Sneed used something like that. Now we're gonna look at this guy right here. Okay. Now the Shure MV7 is a combo mic, right? Because it's USB and XLR. If you can see here, it's XLR and USB. And when it comes to the Shure MV7, that's really the only mic I would tell someone to get. Only USB mic I would tell someone to get that's north of 130, north of 150, because it has XLR input already built in. So what happens is that once you get tired of the USB output and you want to step it up and you want to hook it up to an interface, you simply just have to get the interface. Instead of you having to get a whole new mic along with the interface, you're cutting your costs and you're saving yourself time. And I'm always for saving yourself time. Like, I'll never tell you to waste your time, waste your money. And you get this guy right here. And it's a dynamic microphone. So the thing about dynamic microphones is that they reject noise. So they're going to be super quiet. So if you have a room that's not treated, you're going to use the dynamic microphone because it's going to reject a lot of noise. So this mic can be a condenser and activate the power to run it in passive, or you can run it in dynamic mode and it can reject all of the outside sound. So I can produce a entirely different sound signature if I'm using this in dynamic, and I can get a different signature if I'm using this in condenser. It all depends on how I'm running this mic. This is why I got this mic. It's so freaking versatile. Now, let's just take a look at some dynamic. I don't want to spend too much time talking about mics. I've talked about mics a lot on my channel. I don't feel like spend too much time talking about mics. I just covered what I needed to cover on mics. I'll come back and talk about mics on another stream. I want to get into the interface. Now, we're more into the whole live streaming aspect, right? So instead of spending so much time on live stream, let's come back to the pre-recorded. do this. So if you're recording content, right? And you're recording content on your phone, and your phone, you know, if you have the dongle for 3.5 millimeter jack, I would tell you to get this mic right here. And why am I telling you to get this mic? This is a lapel lavalier mic. And what this is a mic that can attach to your phone on one end and attach and clip onto your shirt on the other end. And the reason why I say I love this mic, and I have this mic and I've used it before, and it's a great mic, is because it will automatically instantly upgrade your audio that you have on your camera, on your cell phone. Let me explain why. So, and I think I have it here too. Do I? Where do I have it? Ah, here we go. Yep. And I have it here too. Let me come here. Did it fall? Yep. Okay. Oh, here. This is the mic right here. Okay. So I have it. I've used it before. Wow, that's a really high price. I did not buy it for that much. Wow. Wow, I did not yeah, it went all the way up. So anyway, the best part about this is that you hook it up to your phone, and now instead of using the onboard camera on your phone, you can use this mic and you get way better audio. So that's one cheap alternative. And then you get on-camera mics. You get the Rode mic. And you get the Rode mic. Where's the micro? You get something like this, right? You got the Rode video mic. And what this mic does is you attach it again to the audio jack, microphone jack on your camera. And now this is giving you great quality audio if you want to record your camera with you doing talking head videos or things like that. This is for your recorded videos because we just covered the live stream microphone aspect for your live streams. Now, we did video, we did audio. Let's do lighting, because one of the most important things is lighting for the equipment that you need for lighting. I don't know why it's buffering like that. It's just you. It's just. It looks like it's just YouTube. Let me see. Stream crashed. I wonder what's going on. Let me see. Okay. I don't know why the stream is doing this right now. I hope it hasn't crashed. Stream crashed, okay. Anyway. Okay, something happened. What happened? Is it my internet?